They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You talk about this Giant defense.
They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Second and 10.
79 drop.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go, Jack. Liking 18. Check, hurt. Ready, right?
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That good for 19 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rammed it.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw here.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
19 tight. Bronco East.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a play fake here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
The Eagles at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
On play action, they'll throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side.
Inside the 20.
And all the way Touchdown, New York. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Eagles 3.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within the division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Theo Johnson,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
3rd and 1.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
40-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. Then I got Richard E. Bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spent 60 racks on it, camouflage bells. Diamonds on it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 29-yard line.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40.
Throwing again is Dart. St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
To throw is Dart. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
To throw now, Dart.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
They'll try to throw for it with Dart.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
19, Tiger, 19.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Okay,
From the 25, here's second down and 7.
Now back to throw. The short throw pulled in by Woods. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Cougar 19. Hey, smash Bronco. Street.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Throwing, Dart. Checks it down to Jenkins.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Dart going to look to throw here.
He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
To throw, Dart. That's caught downfield by Neighbors. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Giants!
Malik Neighbors.
69 yards.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 6. Ready?
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Dart. That is incomplete.
You know, he's been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
44-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Working out of the gun is Dart.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sherman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third and 9 here.
Ready. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Throwing his dart. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Eagles 10. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring out fourth down.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Panther 11. Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
They're going to try and throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Dart.
Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ready.
2nd and 6. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
60 Maverick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Panther 60.
Now a handoff as they run left side. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Here's Dart.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready? Back up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Abdul Carter.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
My man.
He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On the set. Come on, set. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
A play fake, and now it's Dart.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New York.
Set. Cook 60 years.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Dart.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around. Touchdown!
Malik Neighbors.
His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Giants continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, a partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready. Cowboy. Hey, check that. Check that. Street. Check smash. Check smash.
They'll look to throw here.
He'll try and do this himself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Viking 18. Go.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
60 Eagles. 60 by Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll try and do this himself. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
76. Come on. Set. 79. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally as a rookie quarterback. And he lost the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On first down, here's Jenkins.
Shifts by him.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10. That's a 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Here we go. Here we
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now here is another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Made at the 38-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up
They'll go play action here with Dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now they'll change things up.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Dart.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got to reincarnate it right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Dart.
And it'll be intercepted. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hold the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.